Hello there, folks. This is Joe Ozu here. Just going to do a quick video showing you a screensaver timeout. Right now, normally the way this works, if you want to dim your screen, you would go over here to Pages. You click up here on Pages right here, and on the Global tab here, right here where it says Backlight Timeout, you'd put some time in there, and after some amount of time, we would turn off the display. Still working, but the display dims and turns off, which is great. Makes the life longer. But the problem is, you don't know if you're in that state because there's really no tag right now that I know of to track that. So what I did here, this procedure here turns off the backlight, but then I went a step further. I went to an individual page, just one individual page here, and then I right-clicked on the page and went to Properties. And here in the Properties of the page, right down here in a timeout of the page, which means if there's no inactivity or no activity, I should say, at the page level, after 10 seconds there of inactivity, I set a flag tag, one called timeout equals to 1. So I have in my data tags, I have a tag called timeout equals to 1. So then I went a little step further and I said, okay, if I go over here to programs, I just wrote a simple program that says if timeout is on, which is what happens then, I just start a counter and then I throw in an extra 5 seconds. I say when the counter gets over 5 seconds, and I'll show you where I'm calling this, I use a flag here called don't show me equals to 1. Kind of weird name, but I called it don't show me. But in that guy, so then if I go back here to display pages, click up here on programs, I'm not calling the program here, although I could. I'm actually calling, I believe, here at the page level, right click here under properties. And on the action of just that display page, I'm calling that program right here on tick, and it's calling all the time, but it only runs when that equals to, when my timeout equals to 1. And then you notice this part right here, this on select. Now what that means is when I tap on the display page, select it, I immediately turn the timeout to 0, which then in that case basically turns the screen back on, if you will, and makes this disappear. Now let me look at this red box. Let me show you something. I got this red box here in front, and if you look at this guy, first on the show tab, only when the timeout goes on do I show that. Okay, so that pops up. And then on the action tab here, when you press on that part of the screen, I'm resetting the timeout to 0. I'm resetting my timer to 0, and I'm taking the don't show me and putting that to 0. Okay, so where's the don't show me shown at? That's that right there. Let me look at something else here. Let me check here real quick, find usage. And I think that is the only place. Yeah, yep, don't show me right here. And timeout there. Yeah, correct. So let me go ahead and show you guys how this works. I'll quickly download it to my screen here. I'm going to use the web browser so you guys can see it. Okay, so here's on the display page right now. I can click on things here, or if my microphone, you can hear me click the real screen maybe. Okay, so I'm playing with this, I'm interacting, doing things. Let's say I let it sit. Now I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to let it sit there for 10 seconds. Watch what it does. Okay, so 10 seconds went by. The actual screen turned off. I don't have a way to show that because I don't have a camera on it, so you're going to have to believe me. But the screen turned off, so it's completely off here to my left. However, the web server, of course, the web server is working all the time, and so is everything else. But this is what's on the screen, but the screen's turned off. So if I click up here on the real screen, since this red box is there, it fires it up there. But I need to click on, normally I would stretch this red thing to cover the whole page. So if I click again, it disappears, and now I can interact with it. So let me let that go through one more time so you can kind of see the logic. So right now, 10 seconds of inactivity is going by. After 10 seconds, it should turn off. There it goes. Turns off. The display is completely off right here. And then I put that little 5-second timer in, so additional 5 seconds. And if I click on the red box, listen, I brought up the screen. Now the screen shows exactly what you see right here. If I click again on the red box, boom, it livens the whole thing up, and now I can interact with it. So quick little example, and if anybody wants this database, please just send me a note and I'll share it with you. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.